are in their last races as junior athletes as they get going. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics here. Smaller fields, you usually see a slightly more bunched approach. You don't often see the front runners shoot off. They like to run together, and Grace Pomeroy and Ada Brand leading the field in early stages with Winwood just tucking in behind. And yeah, it's not crazy early on, so
yeah, you'd expect a tactical affair here. I think that's a reasonable expectation. Ada Brand been racing well this year, ran a 2:09 for the 800 down in Canberra back in January, and also dropped a 4:47 for the 1500 at the ACT Championships as well.
This is slow. This is really slow, actually.
Absolutely.
Look at the girls. They are. Lily Winwood looks like she's race walking out there. That is not fast at all.
No, pedestrian, you could throw a blanket over them, as we say a lot at the milers. And they're going to be 60 seconds through the first 300, so sitting on about 80-second pace at the moment. And the fact that Lily Winwood's happy to effectively run out in lane 2 shows you just how slow this is. So it's going to be a tactical affair. We'll see who wants to make the first move and wind it up. But Grace Pomeroy at the moment for Kembla Joggers takes them through in about 83 seconds. That's really not quick at all.
Don't see this too often, to be honest. Not this slow in the junior races. So real tactics here from Grace Pomeroy. Probably suiting her, though, knowing the kicks of Rand and Winwood, knows around her. She'll probably want to make this fairly slow and then a long wind-up rather than let Rand and Winwood get out early.
So it'll certainly suit those more adept at the half mile than the milers, but this is absolutely pedestrian. There's shades of the Rio Olympic 1500 metre men's final at this point.
Hard to believe we're talking about that 7 years later as well, but it's kind of one of those ones that would go down in history, isn't it?
It's a famous race, and Matt Centrowitz will be out here for the Sydney Track Classic. So if you've never seen the Olympic champion in action before, make sure you come out and do so. Absolutely no pace whatsoever has been injected into this blue ribbon 1500 metre middle distance final in the under-20s. 2:27 as they run through 700 metres. They're about 80 seconds or so through the first 400, and in fact it has slowed in the second 400. Great.
Sorry, this is going to suit Rand. I mean, coming off a 2:09, she's definitely in the inform 800 metre run in this field. And they go through 2:49.
Yeah, just to put that in context, they've run an 80-second first 400 and a 90-second second 400.
Yeah.
This is, I know it's going to be a tactical affair, but geez, that's very, very slow, and still no sign whatsoever that Pomeroy, Rand or Winwood or anyone else wants to inject pace into this. Is going to make the positioning here so important, and on that, Rand is probably sitting in the box seat, as you mentioned, Jimmy, with that 800 metre speed, but Winwood racing smart as well, making sure that she's got plenty of room on the outside. She's got a clear run up the straight, and we'll see who wants to go. The ones that are going to struggle are those sitting a little bit further back in the bunch there. Look at Natasha Ward, who's really boxed up, and Bjorkman is really pinned in. Now the move's just starting to come. Rand just goes up to the shoulder of Pomeroy. Winwood starting to go with her. Looking for racing room is Natasha Ward, and Bjorkman's managed to get off the rail and out one wide. Here we go, 350 through the bell. Rand at the front of the field, Winwood second, and Bjorkman up onto the shoulder third. Natasha Ward going with them, and the early leader Pomeroy goes as well. So a pack of 5 as they come up to 300 metres to run. 4:04 as they run through the 1200. Ada Rand at the front of the field has a gap of a couple of metres on Bjorkman. Now Pomeroy trying to get down the outside. Winwood's off the bit, and Natasha Ward boxing on as well. But Ada Rand, you called it at the 2 laps to go, Jimmy, with that 800 metre form, is off the front of the field in a tactical affair, and Bjorkman sitting in behind her.
Oh, there's no chance of getting her now, surely. Ada Rand, this is flying at the moment. Pomeroy is making a real go of it for that silver medal with Bjorkman, but there's just no chasing down this St. George superstar. We've seen this a lot from Ada Rand. She's done enough. Pomeroy is just passing the shoulder of Bjorkman. Bjorkman is trying so hard to stay in second, but she's going to sell for bronze. Ada Rand splits a 31 last 200 to take the title. Quite extraordinary. Grace Pomeroy gets silver. Bjorkman, exhausted, but gets away with a bronze medal. Natasha Ward and Lily Winwood, that's a surprise, miss out on the podium. Ada Rand, she set it up beautifully. And Pomeroy did well to get herself the silver medal after, really, they were the two who controlled the race, and they finished 1-2 in the end.